and welcome to the Life Limitless Podcast. It's your boy Adzuma with my co-host HULKIZO, back with another great episode of Life Limitless, where we talk everything life and the topics are limitless. HULKIZO boy, what's poppin'?
I'm good, dog. What's good?
Yo, I'm 100%, man. Everything's 100%. Days come, days have their things, man. You chilled out, you done studying, you done writing. But days have their things. There's good days, there's bad days. How's your day been?
It's been a very rainy day. I didn't expect it to be so the weather was just crazy, and when I'm seeing, I'm thinking, dog, what's going on? But
Second coming.
Yeah, second coming.
Some second coming type things are going on now.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, my day was just pretty.
Because you done writing tests and you're telling me that in those in Bali, after Good Friday, that Easter holiday, so you're going to be heading back home, but you just chilled for now, you're relaxed for now, and you're just doing your thing, man.
Trip for now, maybe I should study maybe just to a little bit.
Something to get you income. I see you studying online, you doing that online shit of yours to get money. Yeah, just to get some extra bucks on the side.
Yeah, I gotta get a PayPal account first, and I need a laptop,
Yeah, you need to get that ish, because the position that you're in, as a student, you definitely need a laptop. And to go back to the weather, it's crazy. Today from the morning, it started raining, and it's still raining, right?
It got worse.
Yeah, you're a person who listens to the news, dog. What the flip has people been saying about the conditions of today and everything that's been going on? Man. What has people been saying? Because I had a friend of mine who I showed you the video of the floods, and
it took him.
How he said he was going to work, and then he's like, I'm bouncing, I'm heading back home, man, this is too much.
It was taking me. Man, I saw videos, dog, of literally this flood, in people's homes, dog. It's it's targeting the rich residents, because most of the videos I saw was in those areas, but they're also in the shack areas.
Shame.
Yeah, and those shacks are just so.
Yeah. Already the people there are poor and and then now it's gonna be
it sucks, but what can we do, dog?
It's circumstances that are out of our control. And it's circumstances that are out. It's like COVID, bruh. It's things that just come, and then we're not aware of them, and then they just happen. But besides even that, weather, the weather of here in Durban is definitely very unpredictable. It's you gotta always have a jersey or a jacket so that you can take it off if it changes, because it changes constantly. It can never be fixed. But chances are, you're most definitely gonna have a warm day here in Durban. There's a lot of warm days, besides it getting cold. There's more warm days than cold days.
1 minute it's sunny, the next you can just.
I think it's the opposite. 1 minute it's dark and almost windy. Even in on a very cloudy day where you think no sun is gonna come out, Durban just rocks up with the sun, and you're whoa, this is crazy. I remember we were in this Uber with my family, my mom and sister, and then the Uber driver told us that it was raining in the morning, so he told us that there's a guy, there's people who sell veggies on the side.
Yeah. So
he was transporting that guy to his destination where he's gonna sell and things, and apparently it was pouring, the rain was pouring, and then he had to turn him back home where they came from, right?
Yeah.
Bear in mind, this nigga needs to pay the Uber for this, and when they get back to his place, the rain had stopped and it looked as though the sun was coming out. So he then had to pay him again to take him back to where he needs to sell his stuff. So he was just talking about how tough it is for people with this unpredictable Durban weather. So Durban weather, man, it's absolutely crazy. And it's very confusing. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Life Limitless Podcast. We back at it. So for today's conversation, my guy. So today's conversation is actually something that we've spoken before about, like I think on the first day that we met or something like that. Not on the first day, but like a few days after that. And you said something along the lines of like a gap year is like super effed up. Like a gap year, like you wouldn't advise a gap year for anybody. Like you seemed very serious about it, and it got me thinking that, you know, I've came across many people who actually, some of them say that a gap year is very necessary, you know, because one, it helps you get to know you, what's okay, what it is that I actually want to do, you know what I mean? And some people say you find yourself, you know what I mean, in the midst of like confusion, and you know, after finishing matric, everybody's confused. Some people don't know what to choose, some people don't know what to do, so they end up being like, okay, let me take a gap here and find out what it is that I'm good at, you know what I mean? And just research about it, you know. But you felt very different, dog. You were like, stuff for that, bro. Whatever you do, go to college, start studying, don't get a gap year. Why is that, man? They're like, okay, give us your take on a gap year.
For me, my experience, like, you know, it was pretty tormentful, like, being at home, you know, like, but if
one, is it a big transition because you come from a boarding school? So you come from a boarding school going into like going back home and to chill at home. So like, but a boarding school is not like the conventional way. Yeah, well, it's not like the traditional way of going to school where people go home, come back to school. You are at school, sleeping at school, you know, so
back home, you know.
So would we say nalokho kudlala indima ukuthi wena mhlambe awuzange uhlale ekhaya vele, but you were at a boarding school, now you're at home, nalokho kudlala indima, noma mhlambe even if nomuntu oyi-day scholar uzofila the same way about ikephe njengobusho? Okay, no, iqedela uyichaze bese.
Kona mfethu kuyakuhamba ngawe mfethu, wena igephe ungayisebenzisa ukuthi mfethu ukuthi like njengoba dusho nawe mfethu yabo uwazi ukuthi mfethu what you want, and like if you like use it.
Yeah, so does a gap year for you help you with that? No. Or what we taught? Like for you to find yourself?
Well, it did in a sense, because you know, I did like write my Lontuzaneni. I think actually ukuthi ngari-write amaphepha nabo.
Oh really? Oh nice,
sure.
nice.
And I actually improved both of them, dog, you know, so I can...
Whoa, yeah, that's interesting because by improved, by how much did you improve?
Like 20%.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people, Betty, the reason why they don't vouch for this upgrading thing is because marks up don't really change that much, because you don't go to traditional schooling. So uqaluye ngamandla ngoba phela umsebenzi usawukhumbula matric, and then by June yabo usuyaqala uyaqala, because it's September isiyakushaya futhi maths, and then mase qhamuka i-final ama-marks akho wakhuphula mhlawumbe ngo-3% ngo-5% awakhuphuki kakhulu. So for the main fact that you got a 20% improvement, kuyasho ukuthi okay, there was a section of you that found yourself through the foot as well.
That's if it's because I could focus on I didn't have a lot of subjects to do. I could like focus on the subject and break it down.
And now you're in the position that you are in to be able to do what you're actually doing right now, which is human resources, and you're killing it, man, communications wise, you're killing it, man, marketing wise. And as I told you yesterday, Oguti, anything that you do, I believe that anything that you do, even if you're studying, apply real life situations to it, meaning that see yourself actually doing it, because
So,
your modules talk business, bro. They talk business. So like you need to like experience yourself in a business. You need to like see the
you're
business.
business minded, man. More of my communication is to stay on businesses, like how
100%.
like
I'm lucky that like I'm doing education, as I always say, and we do practicals and we do theory at the same time. So I know anything from the school and incorporate into my day-to-day work, you know what I mean? Which, I feel like it should be something that all careers really do. Like it should be mandatory. Uguti universities, even like I'd actually even go to say even universities link up with private sectors and volunteer, so that they can give our students an opportunity to experience the job and give them like work experience, so that it would be actually even beneficial for those companies, so that like if they do hire them, they're actually hiring people who know how to do the job, because not only are they theoretically ready and inclined, but they are now practically ready and inclined, and they can actually do a good job. So always, always, always in everything that you're doing, imagine it in your real life situations. And the gap here was tormentful in your words. You said it was tormentful. What makes it tormentful?
I think just like staying at home all day, dog. I don't have a problem being at home, but like even like my mom, she kind of like made it worse because she like don't like me smoking, and now I can't express myself, and now like I pull up to the crib high.
She'd see that you're high.
She can see that I'm high and shit. Yeah, but it was like whatever, dog. But as long as I was me, dog.
You killed me, man. So that was tormenting for the main fact that you couldn't be you because Sekaya, you needed
just doing the same thing all day, dog. Just watching TV.
You hated the routine of your day. You hated it.
Only got excited when I went out to go see the niggas. Yeah, they
always when you see them niggas, you know it's about to turn up. You know what I mean? So it's about to be a vibe. Always 100%, 100%. You stayed at home, and the only good times you had was when you went to go see your niggas.
No, and there was some bitches too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some bitches there by the crib, dog.
Yeah.
I used to have a young session.
So there are perks to it. There's some perks.
Yeah, there are perks, dog.
But it's just that and it's like you can't really fit to be that disrespectful.
Yeah, I used to take the car, but
and you had a car.
It's not like mine.
Conquest.
It's a stock.
Most when I fit to right face.
Sure.
Ngibona ukuthi engathi nje yeah uthomethekile phela ngoba phela mhlawumbe khona into oyicabanga kakhulu kodwa nje ngokwesimo sakho ngathi right. Noma futhi mhlawumbe ke nami leyo nto ngiyisho from perspective yami. I'm saying it from my perspective, from the way I'm seeing it, you know what I mean? I might be definitely wrong, because this is subjective. Yeah, well, this feeling is subjective, meaning like, and you are the one who understands it. So I need to just empathize with you and be like, alright, my nigga, it must have been a mother effing painful experience to take that gap year the way that you took it. But people have different ways of taking it. I know people who enjoy their gap year, man, found themselves, found their passions, and now are doing great things because of like that initial decision of taking a gap year. Many factors play when it comes to that, basically, because it depends on your experience. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast once again. It's your boy Ad Zuma with my co-host HULKIZO. Killed it today with another episode of Life Limitless, where we talk all things life and the topic are limitless.